What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with another instant match reaction. Tottenham 0, Leicester 2, in a damning defeat, in my opinion, to be honest, because you've got to look at the recent result of the Crystal Palace. We thought that was kind of a one-off, and then we lose to Liverpool, which that can be...
Could have gone either way, yeah.
Yeah, look, the Liverpool game, I don't really want to talk about, but you've got to look at the Crystal Palace game and now this game. That's two very bad results in a row. And you just got to say, Leicester came with a game plan. They implemented it to pretty much perfection, pressured us into mistakes. Aurier made a terrible mistake and gave away that penalty, which ultimately sealed our fate in the game pretty much. And Leicester, pretty much, they wanted it more than us. They just wanted it more than us, and you could see that on the pitch.
They did what we did to a lot of teams. That's what they did. They got the goal in the first half, which they probably shaded the first half. I think it was a tight first half. I think they had moments, we had moments, and it looked like it was going in at halftime 0-0, and then an inexplicable, ridiculous penalty to give away by Sergio Aurier. So stupid and sloppy to give that away just before halftime when there's absolutely no danger at all whatsoever. From Fofana heading the ball back in the corner of the penalty area. He's heading it away from goal. Aurier just goes through the back of him completely without reason, and it was just a ridiculous challenge from him. And I think at the end of the day, that's probably the main reason that's cost us, because once they go 1-0 up, a team like Leicester is so good on the counter. They're so good defensively that you can't afford to give them a 1-0 lead, especially just before half-time going into the second half. And they knew in the second half we were going to have to come out a bit, and they were going to risk leaving a lot of space in behind. And we had a big warning sign of what was about to happen when Maddison had that goal ruled out for offside, which was literally a very, very lucky VAR call. And
it was pretty much the reverse of Son's against Liverpool.
Yeah, pretty much. And to be honest, throughout the whole second half, Leicester looked a lot closer to scoring the next goal than we did, and that's the sad reality. We got a bit unlucky in terms of Lo Celso got injured a minute into the second half, just as we had made a sub, and we were relying on him a lot for a bit of craft and a bit of ingenuity in the centre, and we didn't really have that in the second half because we let Lo Celso had to go off injured, and we were forced to play Bale, Lucas, Kane, and Son up top, which should have enough really to create something, but unfortunately. Leicester, you got to respect how they defend, and indeed was absolutely a firefighter throughout that whole pitch. He was absolutely everywhere today. It was imperious in the centre. We really struggled to get away from him. Fofana and Evans both put in a marvellous performance at centre back, and yeah, look, I think if it's 0-0 at half time and we go into the second half 0-0, and I think it could have been a bit of a different game. And giving a 1-0 head start, I think, has really cost us badly. And it's worrying how bad we looked when we went 1-0 down, and the onus was on us to come forward. That was really worrying.
For me, the thing that really sealed our fate today, and we looked toothless after this happened, was when Lo Celso went off. Ndombele goes off at halftime, and then you're thinking, all right, Lo Celso's still there, we can still create. Then Lo Celso goes off with it looked like a hamstring tear or hamstring injury, hamstring strain or something.
No, I don't know if it tore, but yeah, we'll have to see.
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But we just looked toothless going forward after that. We had nothing, literally nothing. The ball kept bouncing off Son. Gareth Bale could hardly get involved for the whole of the second half he was on. Lucas Moura had no impact in the game. So the subs that we brought on really didn't help our cause. And in a second half where we're chasing a game, we need to look for a goal. It just wasn't good enough for me in that second half.
I agree with you. I think our shape looked a bit better once Winks was on, but it was. But even then, we didn't really have anything. We got in behind a couple of times when Lucas Moura got on a few crosses across the face of goal. Kane had a couple of shots, but nothing really. The best chance we had really was from a corner. Dyer flicked it to Son on the back post. It was an absolutely fantastic save.
Should have scored,
from Schmeichel. He should have scored. He mishit it, but it still forced a great save from Schmeichel. And that was the best chance we had. But on that, in open play, we barely created a thing, if anything. And that's going to be something really worrying for Mourinho to look at. And this is what I was saying when we were playing these games against Burnley and West Brom and Brighton, that although we were coming away with the points, and I was happy about that, and we were defending really well, we just really struggle to create stuff from open play, and ever since the West Ham game, I would say, apart from when we were playing on the counter against Arsenal and City, we have really struggled to create chances, and that is something Mourinho has got to look at, because I think he's overcorrected with the defence a lot after the West Ham game, where we were creating a lot of chances, before then, every game, and the chances have really dried up, and he's got to look at why that is, and he's got to try and rectify it instead of just trying to go through games by getting the odd goal and defending deep. He's got to start trying to create chances again. Otherwise, I'm afraid we might start getting more results like this.
Yeah, and you got to look at it this way, as like everyone's been talking about Tottenham from the beginning of this, well, not from the start of our good run to now, saying that, Tottenham in a title race, Tottenham this, Tottenham that. But you got to say the race for the top 4 is on now. I don't want to hear anything more about a title race anymore. I know I've been saying it, you've been saying it, but there's too many teams around us in 2 similar points, and with the points that we're dropping at the moment, away to Palace, at home to Leicester now, we're in the race for the top 4. There's no 2 ways about it. You've got teams like Manchester United who have just gone 1-0 up now, 2-0 up now. So they're right up our tails. They're going to go above us, aren't they, after their win today? Manchester City as well, right up our tails. You've got 5 points between us and Wolves in 10th place. So if that doesn't tell you we're in a big scrap for top 4 this season, I don't know what does. I think those last 3 results, well, let's say 2, the Palace one and the Leicester one, really does tell you that we're not in a title race. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's facts.
Look, we were showing consistency before this run, and that was what I was happy about. That's what convinced me that we could definitely be with a shout. But at the moment, the way we're playing, we really lack that consistency. All of a sudden, we're dropping. We're dropping these points way too easily. We're conceding goals again. The defense doesn't look as strong when we're losing, and we have the onus is on us to come forward. And all of a sudden, that lack of chance creation is coming back to bite us now. And I think Mourinho got a few things wrong. I think he can't. I think he got the lineup at the beginning. I know we was trying to do, but I feel like Lo Celso on the right hand side didn't quite work. I feel like we needed more speed. He brought on Bale to try and make something happen in the final third, but once Lo Celso went off, the balance was all wrong, and we didn't have any kind of ingenuity or creativity in the centre. And you got to give Leicester a lot of credit. I thought Leicester were brilliant. I thought they were really strong defensively. Everyone was doing their jobs. They came here to do a job, and they did a job on us for sure. And they deserved the victory. Their defense, you got to respect how they defend, and they defend very well. They've done it all season. And they came here, and once we gave them a 1-0 head start with that inexplicable penalty, it was always going to be very, very difficult. And look, although after every defeat, things always seem lost. Things always seem very down. But look, of course we're in a big battle for top 4 for sure. But there is only 6 points between us and first place. So it's only as long as we have to go on a run now. We have to go on a run if we're going to be cementing a good spot in the top 4. Because Mourinho said it. He's been saying it all season. A couple of bad results, you're up there. A couple of good results. A couple of bad results, you're mid-table. A couple of good results, and you're back up there. That's how tight the league is. So you can't be too downhearted. But look, the way it's not really the result. It's more the performance that's really worrying me, because we look so porous. And when you're thinking the onus is on us for that whole second half to try and create something, and we created as much as we did, you got to start worrying a bit, because we're always a good attacking players on the pitch, which there were. We didn't create a thing, and that's the most worrying thing for me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Absolutely toothless going forward from us today. But like you said, absolute top credit to Leicester, because they had a game plan, they did it to perfection, and they played really, really well today. And you can't take anything away from them. The better team won on the day. Can't say anything else to that.
Yeah.
Look, that is it. Tottenham lose 2-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We move on. We've got quarter-final of the EFL Cup to come this week against Stoke. So let's see. Maybe some silverware is on the cards. Maybe we'll get to a semi-final Wednesday night. So we'll see. Join us for the
top 4 in silverware. That's what we wanted. So look, that's still on, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So there you have it. Tottenham 0, Leicester 2. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on,
you Spurs.